Welcome back everyone to another Completionist Plus Black Deck only video. I'm so glad you guys are here. And guess what? Big news. We just hit double-digit views on some of our videos, so I appreciate all the support there. Yeah, they might be all be bots, but that's okay. We're just here for a little bit of fun. But I know last video I asked you guys, I would love to turn this into a community. I would love to see you guys comment, but I know.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
But it would still mean the world for me if you guys decided to comment down below your favorite Joker and what your plans are for Mother's Day, this Mother's Day. This weekend is Mother's Day, and we're going up to a little resort in our hometown, and it's going to be really fun for us to go spend some time up there with my mom. And I hope you guys just have a great, wonderful day celebrating all the mothers out there. But let's get back to the video. We are on Purple Stake on the gold deck. Let's go ahead and start a new run here, and let's kick it off. So very first blind, as always, you know, we're looking for those runs, we're looking for the flushes, we're looking for the straights, trying to get the one shot to get the most money as the most money as we can. So we have straight, we have flush, we have full house, trying to get to 75 chips. So we have 4 diamonds, and they are pretty high diamonds, so I'm going to go ahead and go for the flush. Alright, we don't get it there. Let's go one more time. And unfortunately, we don't get it there. However, we got really lucky and we pulled into the lowest straight that you can play in order to still one-shot the boss. So 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen is that lowest straight. That gives us $6, and we can go ahead and go to the next round. Now we get Hermit. Hermit's awesome. This could really help us get a lot of money really quickly. The only downside with Hermit is we have to, because everything else is $4. We only have $6. That's the hard part about playing on black deck. If we were playing on any other deck, we would have at least $7 right now, and we could buy the Hermit plus another Joker to help us through. But we don't have that luxury, unfortunately. So we could get Crafty Joker. We're looking for plus molt and plus chips in this very first round. Crafty Joker is not bad. It'll allow us to win the next few antes, probably in one hand instead of 2 hands, or next 2 rounds, blinds, and the next 2 in one hand. So I think we need to take Crafty. I also could take the Buffoon pack if I don't get anything I like from the Buffoon pack. As long as they're not Eternals, I could come back and I could still buy Crafty Joker if I need to. So let's buy the Buffoon pack first, looking for something maybe a little bit better. We do get Ramen. Ramen's not terrible. It's a pretty good time spell Joker. You just can't discard. Or we can get Smiley Face, which allows us to just play face cards for plus 5 molt. And I think I'm going to go ahead and go for that, as even though it is Eternal. Let's go next. Great option, going for the Smiley Face. Let's go ahead and just play our 3 jacks. That's all we need to win this round. Okay, so we can't get the egg. Egg is really helpful. It's gonna build up sell value every round, so we have plenty of money to beat this next round. We must play 5 cards. That's totally fine. So let's grab the egg, and let's just go next, saving up our money. Alright, saving the 10, the Jack, and the Queen, just in case we pull a straight, which we luckily do. And then once again, with 3 face cards in there and Smiley Face, we're going to have plenty of molt to get us through that round. Alright, so we can get Credit Card, we can get Zany Joker. We've already got our plus molt locked down, so we don't really need anything there. Paintbrush is a really good voucher, so I think I'm going to try and go for the Paintbrush and keep the egg. Just keep allowing it to build up its sell value, and we may sell it if we need to at one point. We got really lucky with just a straight right off the rip, and we know from last round that this is going to score about 1,500 points, and we're going to win pretty easily there. Okay, so one thing we could do is we could go for Burglar. This allows us to get either an extra hand or an extra discard, however you like to look at it. But we'll be able to essentially play, be able to discard and play 7 total hands, which could be very, very helpful for us, especially with trying to play high card, trying to play pairs. Not able to discard, but that's not a big problem. You just use your hands as discards. The other thing that it can do is if you do pull really good hands, it allows you to make more money too. So I do like getting the burglar here. I think we could start making a little bit more money there. It will be a value generator for us and allow us to score more points in the long run. Even Steven is great. It's another just plus Molt Joker for even cards, so we don't just have to be looking for Smiley Face. We could play some even cards too. But let's go ahead and let's start with the burglar, and then again I want to save up for this paintbrush, so we're just going to keep that there. Alright, we get aces, we get threes. Let's go ahead and play, or let's just play the sevens and threes. Again, not a lot of points. Kind of knew that was going to happen. Let's go ahead and go for the straight here. Looking for the king, hopefully. If we get the 8, though, that's totally fine. Okay, we get the 8, 9, 10, jack, queen. Or I could play the 2 pair with jacks and queens. And that's actually going to score just a little bit more points. So let's go ahead and play that. And instead of only getting, I was going to say $1 this time, we're going to get $2. But I lied. We are still only going to get the $2, and this actually still doesn't, yes, it does win. I need 20 points and a pair will do that for me. So here we go. So we just barely won that round, which is a little unfortunate. Now banner's great. You get plus 30 chips for remaining for each discard. However, we have the burglar, so it doesn't help us at all. What I am going to do though is I'm going to take this paintbrush, give us the extra hand size, and then I am going to take the spectral pack. I'm looking for a wraith, I'm looking for an immolate to give us some money. These are all the cards that I really wasn't looking for. We could go converts all cards to a single random rank. We have essentially a 3 in 13 chance to be able to get them into a jack, a queen, or a king. Not a huge percentage, but it's better than nothing. And I think it's honestly better than just getting an aura on one of our cards, because we could also try and go for 4 of a kinds, which will be really helpful. And if we do get those face cards, that could be helpful for the smiley face. Other side of it though too is if we do get the boss where all face cards are debuffed, it can really ruin us a lot. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and play on the king, because if I need to, I can strengthen it up into an ace. On the king, we'll get some foil. So not bad. Will help us out quite a bit if we can play it with the smiley face. Let's go ahead and play the 2 pair first, kings and queens. Again, not a ton of points, but if we can get something else like that again, that will be really helpful. Looking for more face cards, as that's really the only way that we are able to score points right now. For a jack or a king would be really helpful here. Okay, we do get the 10, jack, queen, king, ace, playing the straight. And that should give us plenty of points with that foil card to win. Alright, perfect. So we have $7 left. We do get throwback. Let's see if there's any good skips here. Top up tag could be good. Could give us a joker that we may need. Honestly, that might be worth it. I think it is. Let's go ahead and buy this. Let's buy the throwback. Let's go next. We still have the egg. We could sell that at any time if we want to. Let's go ahead and skip here. We get 2 jokers. We get the red card for chips, and we also get the popcorn for plus 20 molt, which is very, very helpful. And then we don't really need a standard pack, and all face cards are drawn face down. No worries at all. We can go ahead and just go next. So playing Jackson 6 is going to be pretty helpful. Let's do that. With the foil and with the plus 20, we almost win it right there. With just the high card king, this should be plenty of points for us to win. And then we're going to get $4 because of the burglar. And now we're making quite a bit of money here, which is helpful. We get Grimbo, which is going to scale really fast. We're going to get a lot of chips pretty quickly with this. We also have 2 standard packs here that we can get the red card. And that's really where I have to make my decision here is, okay, do I want to play Grimbo and just play as many hands as I can? Or do I want to buy standard packs or just packs in the shop and get +3 on the red card if I skip it? Because the red card is foil, I'm more inclined to keep the red card. Now, I could skip the popcorn out for green Joker if I wanted to, and that could be a really good pair with the red card and with green Joker. Abstract Joker at +18 molt is also really good. It's just naturally just a good Joker to have. We've got all face cards drawn face down. That's totally fine. I think I am going to do the green Joker. And then I'm going to pick up one of these standard packs as well. We get a foil jack. That could be helpful. I think I want times molt right now as much as I possibly, or plus molt as much as I possibly can. So let's go ahead and do that and go next. Again, don't really care too much about these face cards. We're going to just play high card 9 to get as little points as we possibly can. Let's play 2 pair 9s and 10s. Perfect. Saving all of my face cards. I'm going to play all my face cards at once to get the most value from my smiley face. Let's just play 4 of them. And we can do it one more time. Perfect. Alright, we'll play all the face cards here. We get 4 of a kind queens, and that's going to easily win it for us. We got $20 on the egg, which is great. We could open up the Arcana pack. If we get a Temperance, it's a huge hit. If we don't get a Temperance, that's a little bit unfortunate. We could just skip for the red card, though. So I'm pretty inclined to do that. We do get the Temperance, so we are now in business. We've got plenty of money to do whatever we really want here. And let's see what we've got here. We can take anything here, or we can go ahead and just skip. I'm going to go ahead and just skip here really quick. And then I do want to take this Overstock. Seeing more Jokers is going to be very helpful for me. It sucks that Smiley Face is a dead card in my hand, but I'm going to get rid of Egg eventually for another times molt Joker, as I've already got enough chips here. So let's go next. Okay, let's go ahead and play. I should have looked at both of the skip tags though. Pair and holographic tag, that's totally fine. Don't need either of these. I'm also not super committed to throwback too. It was something that I just got to give me a little bit of extra score and be able to skip the tag, because the pop-up tag was extremely helpful for us to get a couple more Jokers. But no way, we're good there. Let's go ahead and play as many pairs as we can. Pairs are already at 6. 2 pairs are at 6 as well, but I'm going to keep trying to play as many pairs as I can. Okay. I do get a pair of jacks, so let's go ahead and play the pair of jacks. How many points does that give us? Okay, 2,000 points. Let's play the pair of 9s. The pair of kings should win it with the foil. Pair of 3s. And let's play the pair of 7s. Pair of 6s, just for that little less points. And perfect. And then we can play the pair of kings. And we've already got the green Joker up to 12 molt. That is what's so helpful with the burglars. You do just can scale the green Joker super, super fast. Okay. We have $10 to spend here in booster packs, so we can go ahead and do that if we would like to. We're going to need to play a little bit more hands. Let's go ahead and open up the Celestial pack. Really just looking for pair here. Since I don't get pair, I'm going to go ahead and just skip for the +3 molt. Looking for a blue seal here. Gold seal's not bad. It gives me some extra money, but again, I think I'm just going for the +3 molt. So let's go next. Okay, no pair here, unfortunately. We do have the straight, which could give us quite a bit of points. Let's go ahead and just play these 5, looking for a pair of face cards. Okay, we get a pair of face cards here. Alright, that's 3,000 points, which is good. We get a pair of kings. Let's play the pair of aces first. Again, trying to play as many hands as I possibly can before, just for green joker. And trying to make as many of those as pairs as I can too, just in case we get the telescope. I am going to play just a solo 6 here. Hopefully this gives us not enough points, and just barely enough. If I would have moved my throwback over here, we would have been perfectly fine there, which, hindsight again, probably should have done that. We do get Mars if we want Mars. Again, I do want Overstock, and this is the last round for us to take Overstock. All heart cards are debuffed. That's totally fine. My only foil card is a club card, so we're good there. Do I want to take either of these? I think I do take the Jumbo Arcana pack, because if I do get money, I can take the standard pack. If I don't get money, I just skip and I take Overstock, and then I miss out on $1 of interest. We get the Fool, which is what we were looking for Temperance, honestly. So let's go ahead and use Temperance here. Let's open up the standard pack. We don't get any blue seals, which is really all I'm looking for. So let's go ahead and just skip for the +3 molt. And then let's buy the Overstock. And the main thing that I'm looking for here, like I mentioned before, I'm looking for a better times molt joker. That's what's going to help me score more points. I'll reroll 1 time, but I'm not going to reroll a ton here. So let's go next. Alright, no face cards. That is honestly not the best thing in the world, but it's not the worst thing in the world. We'll be able to get at least 1 pair of face cards. There we go. We get the queens. So let's go ahead and play the queens. Perfect. That's going to give us 4,000 points. So just 1 more of those will be perfectly fine with me. We're just going to play 4 cards here. I want to keep the king and the jack. Let's play the 8s. That's 3,000 points. Let's play high card 8, and then we'll finish up with the jacks. Getting as much value as we possibly can for the green joker. Perfect. Okay, 22,000 is not bad. We need 25,000 on this next round, as you can see here. And then we do, this is a little bit scary, we do need to get 25,000 in 1 hand. Let's see how we're going to go about doing that, because that is not the easiest thing to do, that's for sure. Okay, hallucination is really good. It can be really good. And it might be giving me, might help out just a little bit more than this throwback, but I don't think so. We can get the handy tag for more money if we want to skip, and we could also get the charm tag if we want to skip as well. The only thing is I don't think we could skip twice and we will get 25,000 points. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we're going to re-roll a little bit. We're going to buy Temperance because that's going to help us out a ton. We get the Swashbuckler, which is going to scales with the egg pretty well. Right now, if we look at this, we are getting plus 15 molt from the red card. We're getting plus 23 molt from the green joker. So a times 1.25 is really only getting us, let's call it 15 and 25, so 30, 40. A quarter of 40 is 10. So this is really not doing a whole lot for us. Plus the 10 molt from here, a little bit more. Swashbuckler is a very big upgrade over Throwback. And I think we're going to take it there because of how just big of an upgrade it is. Let's go ahead and roll another time. We get pair. This is really big as well. Pair is going to help us out a ton of score. Getting Scary Face is almost like a ×2 right now because because of the amount of chips that we're getting. We're not generating a ton of chips. Do I want to take that in place of Green Joker though? I don't think so. I think I like these. We'll see if we need to get anything else. We'll go one more time. Michelle. Now we could get Mr. Bones, and Mr. Bones would allow us to survive this boss blind. But I don't think I want to do it because I think if we get Mr. Bones and then moving onward from there, we're going to just die in the next ante. So let's go ahead. Let's buy the standard pack first. If we don't get a blue seal, we just skip. Let's buy the Arcana pack. If we don't get money, we just skip. And honestly, I may just skip even though it's $20. Because I want to try and get as much score as I possibly can for this next round. So let's go next. We get 3 hands. Let's go ahead and just play the 3s. This is going to be quite a bit of score, 7,000 points. It is quite a bit of score. There's not much I can do about that except for maybe play high card. Let's go ahead and just play the pair of 9s. Let's get rid of an ace as well. Okay, let's see, what does high card do for us? We get 5,000 points, so yeah, we're going to win it in the next 2 anyways. So let's just go ahead and play those. Okay, we're still pretty far off from 25,000 points. Getting ice cream is very helpful if we want to go ahead and get ice cream. The only thing we could really switch out ice cream for would be Green Joker or Red Joker. And I think Red Joker is just better than Green Joker right now. So let's go ahead and go next. We get Jacks. We're going to just skip for the red card. Getting the +3 on every single hand is just better. Skip again. I'm going to go for Hone here just in case we are able to get a Polychrome Joker. That could help us out quite a bit. Let's go next. We get Splash. We get Ice Cream again. Let's go one more time. We do get Drunkard for another +50 chips. We get Family ×4. If we're able to play the 4 of a kind, that's very, very useful. And I would take that over Green Joker. Or even the Burglar. Actually, I did forget the mechanic. And again, you guys are probably screaming at me. But we will be able to play a few more hands since we have the Burglar. So this is actually not a problem for us. So I don't know why I'm worried. Let's go ahead and just go next. Save all of our money. Alright, let's play a pair of 2s. As long as we can do it in 3 hands, we'll be okay. Which I'm pretty sure we'll be able to do that. We'll actually get 4 hands that we can play. There's 10,000. So yeah, we'll be able to do this in 4 hands for sure. Let's just play high card. Try and get as much value for the Green Joker as we possibly can. Play another high card. Get 6,000 points. The 2 is going to be really close. But I think it's still going to score enough points. It doesn't. That's huge. And we'll play the pair of queens. Pair of queens. Alright, perfect. Again, looking really good here. If we wanted to, we could get Magician. Don't really need anything else here. Let's go ahead and go Mega Standard Pack. Looking for Blue Seal. We don't get a Blue Seal. Another Standard Pack. Looking for a Blue Seal. We don't get a Blue Seal. We do get a Polychrome Stone card, though. Which is pretty cool. I like Polychrome Stone cards. It's really not going to help us out a whole lot. But I like Polychrome Stone cards. We're going to go ahead and just skip for the +3 Molt. Now let's go next. So as you can see, a good mechanic that I, again, forgot with the Burglar. If we hit start, we're going to get rid of those 2 discards and get +3 hands. So now, we can go ahead and just play 4 hands to win. Which 4 pairs is going to give us plenty of points that we need. As you can see there, as we just scored 11,000 points with 1 pair. And let's just play the kings. And there we go. So we still really do need some times molt. That's still right up there with what I want. A hallucination that is negative is huge with the red card. So we're gonna go ahead. It's also huge with the swashbuckler. It's gonna give us a lot of molt there too. So let's go ahead and go buy this. And then we'll open up the standard pack first. Looking for a blue seal. We don't get a blue seal. We just skip. Open up the celestial pack. Looking for a pair. We don't get a pair. We just skip. We use the hermit for some extra money. And then we can easily get 60,000 points on this next round. So let's go ahead and go next. Perfect. We get 8s. Go ahead and play the 8s. Which is 11,000 points. Let's go ahead and play the 5s. We just need to be able to play 5 pairs here, essentially. Or 6 pairs here. Let's go ahead and play the 7s. The queens or the jacks will be just fine. Let's go ahead and play the king high first. Only 8,000 points, but that's totally fine. We're going to get a lot more points by playing the 2 jacks. And then we can go ahead and play the 2 queens. Okay. So again, we've got a lot of plus molt here. We just do not have a lot of chips. We don't have any times molt. So that's really what we're looking for here now is those 2. All right, let's go ahead. Open up the Arcana pack. Get nothing here. I mean, the standard pack, we get nothing there. Planet Merchant could be good, but I really am looking for times molt here. If I don't get any times molt, we're going to get screwed pretty quickly. So definitely wanting to get times molt as fast as possible. Let's go next. Let's go next. Justice just isn't going to do it for us. We only get times 2 on the 3 molt that we have on the pair. We can get a cola. No reason to get the cola. We're going to need to go one more time. We get the temperance, which is huge because it allows me to roll a little bit more. Midas mask. Nope. Gift card. Nope. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Let's hopefully look for polychrome. We don't get anything. We do get Hanging Chad. Gives us a little bit more molt. Nothing that's helpful. But what we did just get is Obelisk. Now, this is going to be tight. Because Obelisk is great. The only downside with Obelisk is it needs some time to get some scaling. So, if I sell the egg, I lose out on 41 plus molt from the swashbuckler. Which honestly is the least amount of molt. If I sell the burglar, I lose out on 3 hands that I can play, which can help scale the obelisk very, very quickly. And we're in such a good position to do this because we can play 2 pair. We can play a lot of high cards as well before anything else is 2. This is a tough one because what I'm worried about is if I get rid of all of this plus molt that we have, we're not going to get that plus molt back very quickly, especially in only 3 hands. So I think I have to sell the egg here. I have to keep the swashbuckler, but I definitely have to sell the egg. We take the obelisk, keep the burglar, of course, and then maybe look for something that we can switch the swashbuckler out as well. Let's go ahead and roll just one more time just to see if we can get anything else. I'm going to roll one more time because I'm really looking for something else that might help me. We don't get anything. Let's open up the Arcana pack. We get High Priestess or Emperor. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Emperor. We do get the Fool. So let's go Emperor one more time. And we get the High Priestess in the end anyways. So, okay. We don't get anything there. That's okay. We could take the Planet Merchant if we want to. And we're just going to hope that we can beat this next round. It's going to be close. I think we might be able to do it, but it is going to be very, very close. All right. So we just can't play pairs. We want to play 2 pairs as often as we possibly can. So let's go ahead and play this 2 pair first. Okay. That's 10,000 points. Now, yes, that doesn't seem like a lot. And honestly, it is not a lot. But it's going to scale up really quickly since the Obelisk is going to get times 1.2 molt every single time. Let's go ahead and play the 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King. And you know what? We're actually going to convert... Oh, I thought I still had the star. Never mind. Let's just play the 7, actually. We'll keep the Queens and the King there. Go ahead and play the straight. We just need to stay away from pairs. It's the main thing we need to stay away from. We get 19,000 points there, which is huge. Let's go ahead and play the full house now. We get 23,000 points. Again, massive for us. We get another straight that we can play. So let's go ahead and play the next straight. We get 20,000 points, and we are going to do it. So that is wild that we were able to do this. We get the 3 of a kind 10s. So let's go ahead and just play the 3 of a kind 10s. Again, as long as it's not a pair, we're fine. And this Obelisk scaling is just going to scale super, super quickly. I mean, if we can get another times on it every single round, we're going to be A-okay. Bean is awesome. It could help us play more things than not just high card. I think I'm going to just keep the plus 18 molt. Let's go ahead and open up both of these standard packs. Looking for anything like a blue seal. Again, still no blue seal. Really unlucky this round that we didn't get a blue seal. But that's okay. Plenty of molt from these two. We really don't need the Swashbuckler, especially now because this is Obelisk is already at ×2. Let's go ahead and buy the Planet Merchant. Yeah, let's go ahead and buy the Planet Merchant, and then we're just going to buy pretty much every gettable... Sorry, every gettable planet card. And when I say gettable, it's going to be high card, Plutos. We're going to be looking for Uranuses, 3 of a kind, Venus, straights, flushes, full houses, 4 of a kinds, and straight flushes. We probably won't go for, which is the 3 that are right here. But I'll just keep those in my inventory because we're probably not going to play those a ton. But let's go ahead and buy this so that we get more planet cards showing up. And that's just going to give us more chips that we can play with the Obelisk. Let's go next. Alright, we get 7, 8, 9, 10 Jack. We can go ahead and play the straight, and then we can play the 2 pair. That's 33,000 points, so we're good there. We can even play the full house if we want to. I am going to just settle for the 2 pair. Perfect. And then we are going to have to play some high cards here, which is totally fine. But let's go ahead and just play the hard card 8. We get 19,000 from that one. We are 1 away from the straight. So we are also 1 away from the flush as well. What do we got? We got 4 aces. We got 3 nines. We got 7 clubs. It's evens. Doesn't matter what one we go for. So let's play the king first. Getting that extra plus molt. And we'll look for the flushes. And we do get the flush. Perfect. And there's another ×1 molt on our Obelisk to get us a lot more points. Let's go next. Okay, we get Uranus, which is exactly what we're looking for. We can go ahead and get Hieroglyph if we want to. We get -1 hand, but it gives us a lot more time to scale the Obelisk, our green joker, and our red card. So I think that is very worth it for us to be able to do. I'm going to go ahead and take the Celestial pack. We're going to take... could take either Pluto or Saturn. I'm going to take Saturn as it's more valuable if we're able to play it than the red card. And then let's go ahead and go Arcana pack. Looking for money if we find money. Let's go ahead and just skip if we don't find money, and then let's go back in time. And let's go next. So base chips and molt are halved. Should be okay with us. It would have been really hard to do actually, so it is good that we went back in time there. We get 5 hands now. We get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go ahead and play the straight. And this is your standard Obelisk run. Now Obelisks is not necessarily the easiest to always play, but it is very, very powerful when you have the right setup for it. And the right setup is you have a lot of plus molt and you have a lot of chips that you can choose from. Now, I don't have a lot of chips, but it so happened that I had so much plus molt that it outweighed that. And now what I can do is I can just get a ton of chips from all of these planet cards, which is going to help us score a lot of points. Let's go ahead. Let's save our money for interest. We don't need a lot more plus molt. I like just getting the planet cards. Let's go next. All right, we can go ahead and play the 2 pair here. Let's play that. Again, just making sure I'm not playing only pairs. We get 60,000 there. We can go ahead and play the 2 pair here. And it's not scaling up super fast, but as fast as it was at least. But that's totally fine. We get Pluto. We now can open up both of these standard packs and still stay above interest. No blue seal, so we're just going to go next. Go next. And honestly, I'm not looking for a blue seal anymore. I am looking for something to replace the Swashbuckler with. It's only giving me plus 18 molt. The Clown, Chaos the Clown could be a really good one to do with. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Get a free reroll. See if we can get anything that we might like from that. Okay, let's go next. All right, we got 2, 3, 4, 5 ace for the straight. That noise scared me really bad. I thought we just lost something really big, but we didn't lose anything. Let's go ahead and go for the 2 pair. Like I thought we played a pair, which made the noise for us to lose all of our Obelisk progress, but we're totally fine there. Okay, and we'll be able to play a 3 of a kind here, which is really good because I can play 3 of a kind or I can play straights. I played 9 straights, so let's just play the 3 of a kind. Okay, perfect. Alright, we get photograph. Not super helpful. Now, if we do get some more ranks on our straights and all of these, then maybe it will be a little bit more useful. But as for right now, not super useful. I'm going to go ahead and open up the Arcana pack. I'm actually going to get rid of these. I do have the hallucination, so it is worth it to just get rid of them and get value from the hallucination. Again, I'm going to go for straights, and we'll just kind of target straights a little bit. We'll make those our best ones to go for. Temperance still gives us 20 bucks, which is really helpful, and I'm going to go ahead and take that. Then we can go for 1 free reroll. We'll take the high card. And we can either get the gift card instead of Chaos the Clown, or we could keep the 1 free reroll. And I think I'm going to keep the 1 free reroll for right now. So go next. All spade cards are debuffed. Totally fine. Not worried about that at all. Alright. We do not have a whole lot here. We can go ahead and just play the 2 pair. Not worry about anything else. Let's do that. Play the 2 pair. Alright, that's 81,000 points. We then get the 8, 9, 10, Jack, and Queen for the straight. So let's definitely go ahead and play the straight there. Maybe should have gone for the 3 of a kind 7s, just because 3 of a kind is so much lower than everything else, but I think we'll be okay either way. Okay, no jokers here that I really want. Let's go ahead and open up this standard pack, looking for tarot cards. Blue seals, don't get anything there. Crystal ball could be great. We could pick that up if we want to. Next round, we don't need it now. And let's go ahead, reroll once. We get a Saturn card, which we will gladly take. Let's reroll maybe one more time. Alright, don't get anything there. That's totally fine. Let's open up the Celestial pack. We get a Temperance. Let's use Pluto first for the extra chips, and then let's go ahead and use Temperance. Let's go next. Alright. Alright, we get 2 pair. Let's go ahead and go for the 2 pair. Saving the king and the queen, maybe looking for a straight if we need it. Staying away from high card as much as possible, because you can play high card whenever. You just play a single card. So you want to stay away from high card as much as you possibly can when you are playing Obelisk. Unless you really need to play high card. Like if I drew everything and I only had a pair of 8s, then I could just bail out with a high card and we're totally fine. Let's go ahead and play the next 2 pair. And that's going to be enough points. Obelisk is already at 5 times 5.2, which is really helpful. Don't need the pair. We're going to go ahead and take the Temperance. Let's open up the Celestial pack because we're guaranteed to not get a pair. We'll take the straight because it's better than getting +3 on the red card. Skip for the +3 molt. Let's go ahead and take the crystal ball now that we can use it. Let's reroll once. 4 of a kind. Let's hold on to it. 3 of a kind. We'll go ahead and use that. And then let's just go next. Okay. We get 2 pair. And then we've got we could go ahead and look for the 5 for the straight. $114,000. That's awesome. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's going to go ahead and just win this round for us. Our straight's got a lot of chips available to it now. And that's going to give us 182,000 points. So Violent Vessel is still a little bit scary for us. So let's go ahead and see if we do get Violent Vessel. And we do. So awesome. We get the Violent Vessel. That's fine. It's a little bit scary, but it's okay. The Abstract Joker, the +21 emote, could be very, very helpful against the Violent Vessel. So I'm going to go ahead and we're looking for as many points as we possibly can here. Let's get the Grabber to get, again, just more hands, more opportunities to play points. Looking for straights. That's mainly what I'm looking for, is that's going to be our big hand killer. So let's go ahead and just skip for the red card. Looking for money, if I have any money, but I don't have any money. I'm going to go ahead and keep the world. That way I can build a flush whenever I need to, if I need to. And then let's reroll one more time. And let's hold on to the earth as well. Okay. Gonna keep playing these ones out because I want to build the obelisk up as much as I possibly can. Let's go ahead and play the 3 of a kind 8s. 162,000. That's pretty good. Not too bad. We could go ahead and just play the flush. Don't need the world at all. So let's just play the flush. So I get 6 hands. So all I need to get is 200 points, 200,000 points per hand, and we're good to go. Let's go ahead and buy the 3 of a kind. Now this could be really good. So we have 1 uncommon, and that's it. So baseball card's not going to do much for us, but it would have been nice. It would have been cool if we could have gotten it. Let's go ahead and go standard pack first. Polychrome 5, not going to help us a ton. I should have sold the world. Open up this Arcana pack. We get the Fool. We get 3 of a kind. We can get Strength, Chariot. Let's go ahead and just skip. We'll keep the Fool in our hands just in case we find a Temperance or a Hermit or a Straight as well. A Jupiter card as well. Let's go next. Saving all of our money for the next round. So we're going to try and get as low as points as we possibly can. And to do that, we're going to play high card. Flush would actually... No, high card's still better. So we're going to just play the lowest high cards that we can to build up our obelisk as much as we possibly can. We get 154,000 for that high card. And we'll get 154,000 for this high card. So again, just barely not enough. I am looking for straights, since that is going to help me out the most. Let's go ahead and use High Priestess. Okay, we do not get a Jupiter card, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and use high card here. Let's reroll once. We get a temperance. That's very helpful. Let's reroll again. Throwback gives us a 1.25 times molt. That is better than just 21 molt. As you can see, we have plus 75 molt. We have plus 69 molt, which adding those two together is 140-ish. So a quarter of 140 is at least 25, plus another 12-ish. So we're looking at about 33 molt there, which I think is going to be better, especially because we've already got some times molt here too. So that's going to be better for us. Perfect. And then we're going to be playing the high cards as much as we possibly can. Let's reroll next. Looking for, again, more Jupiter cards. Let's use the 3 of a kind. Let's buy the Earth card. We get Hung Man. That's not really necessary right now for us. Let's go ahead and buy another Jupiter card. Nothing here. Let's open up both Arcana packs. We get Death, which could be helpful. Let's just take the plus 3 molt. Get another Jupiter card. We get Temperance. Let's take the Temperance. Again, looking for a Jupiter card. We don't get one. We do get Empress though, which will be a little bit helpful. Not a ton of helpful, but a little bit of help. And then we do get a 4 of a kind or anything else that we want here, but perfect. Let's go ahead and go next. So all we need to do is get 200,000 points per hand. It's going to be close. Let's go ahead and start this off with 2 jacks and 2 8s for the 2 pair. Actually, I am really looking for a straight because the straight has the highest chip count that I can get. So I'm actually going to just play these 4 cards right here instead of playing the 2 pair, which is totally fine. So let's play high card. Looking for 200,000 points, maybe 154. So we don't get 200,000 points, but that's okay. We're going to use our Empress on the King and the Queen to get as much times molt or plus molt as we can, because this is the best hand that we can play. So we definitely need to get over 200,000 points here if we want any chance at beating this run. Let's go ahead and play this one. We get 400,000 points. That is what we were looking for. Okay, we're looking for another straight to pretty much guarantee it for us. We should be good just getting 150,000 points for the rest of the game, but I want to make sure we can guarantee it for us. So we're going to keep the 4, 5, 6, and the 8. We can't play the extra 9 because if we do, we will lose, because we'll lose all of our Obelisk value. So let's just play high card. Looking for the 7. Okay, we don't get the 7. We get a queen. We could play a 10, a 9, and another 6. Once again, looking for the 7. We get 2 more cards left. We need to get just over 300,000, which we should be able to get. We get 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, which is another straight, which right then and there, that's going to give us plenty of points to beat the Violent Vessel. So there you have it. We have another run beat on black deck. We got a really fun Obelisk run. I'm glad that we were able to find the Obelisk and play with the Obelisk a little bit. We could keep going for quite a little bit longer, not a lot longer, but this is a really good endless gold stake run, and we could keep pushing at least past ante 9. We could probably get to ante 10, maybe ante 11 if we get a little bit lucky on some draws and some pulls. But the main thing that I would be looking for is just getting more planet cards to get our chips back up as much as we possibly can, and then maybe it's just some more times molt jokers as well. So it's been great having you guys here. Really appreciate you. Again, remember to comment on the video just to say what your favorite Joker is. But if you've made it this far, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me and just watching me play Balatro. It's a really fun game. You guys don't have to spend time doing this, but you did anyways, and you watched a almost hour-long video of just some random guy playing Balatro on the black deck, trying to teach you some basic rules to help you just win gold stake more often as well. So I appreciate all you guys' time. I hope you have a great weekend this Mother's Day, and maybe there will be a little special video coming out for that, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see if I have enough time for it, but I would love to get a little special video out for that. That's separate from this series. So we'll see you guys next time. Have a good rest of your night.